耶，打死了。
哦，你都没有死哦，
没有，
这样给我打。
我的武器比较强啊！我跟你说，你就是要培养你的武器。
不是，是因为我打他的时候没有药，药用光光，又不能出去。然后我被他打死第二次，我才发现地上那个蓝色的可以吃。然后我正要吃的时候，就被他打死第三次。体系，
你怎么会不知道地上这个香菇可以吃的？
我不知道呢。我想说这恶心，这看起来就有毒，为什么可以
Definitely not getting
？Makes no sense。
怎么可能？它这个里面这
There
个
she
这么
is.
多，然后没有药给你
Heard you had an interesting time at
帮
Thebes.
帮忙。
我
Maniacs,
底下
lava.
闪他那个背上那
Remember
个，
that next time I go traveling.
闪他背上
At
那
least
个
I got
喷
what we
水
needed to
池。
trap Hephaestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
I found out more about the Sons of
Yeah.
Prometheus. They definitely have a base. It's a place called First Forge. We just have to find it.
我
First
给你看我
Forge.
的武器有
Why,
多
that's
强。
it then. I know where that is.
You found one of them? A Sons of Prometheus operative?
He was posing as a Delver, but my focus locked onto his. When he saw me coming, he ran. I caught up with him. He tried to crush his focus, but there was still data on it. A bunch of locations and coordinates. One of them was called First Forge. I didn't know what it meant till now.
Nice job.
You know me. Ancient tech expert.
Send me those coordinates, okay?
Yeah,
Now
rock
hold on,
breaker.
Aloy. I'm coming with you. Asera's the last of a line of killers that murdered Ursa. And I need to be there when she goes down.
Of course. Send me the location and I'll call you when I'm close.
All right then.
哇，都大只的。
对啊，
You look tired?
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Aaron. Have you spoken with
他
all
每
of
次
you?
讲
Yeah,
说
when she's
有
not
什么
reading
什
the
么，然后我都
archives
不知道
like
他
a
在
giddy
讲啥。
kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
Alright。哎，这个女的来这里了，艾娃，
Aloy,
艾娃来到我的基地耶。
there's just so
Go ahead.
much.
她要不
I
是
mean,
长得太
we
普的
knew
话，我会
artificial
训她跟
beings as
Aloy。
ancestors, but Gaia,
我好失礼
oh,
哦。
she's amazing. And you, a true reincarnation of an
三八阿
ancestor.
花型。
Genetically speaking, of course, not like the late Seal. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
you're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
快告诉我！天哪！
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Farrow, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Farrow, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Pharaoh, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners, peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
Sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and
你
arts.
是做主
The
线还是
CEO
支
called
线？
Elizabeth Sobek an
Well,
assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under
我
one
来
of the
我的
ancestors
base，
is
然后就
called an
自动
assistant.
剧情。
That's how we thought of
好
Sobek
吧，
until we met you.
那我不要
Our
问。
limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse. But nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door. And more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CEO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't recovered.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hephaestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
Can we talk for a moment, Ava?
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alba.
Oh, I also wanted to give you this. For helping with the land gods. Plainsong is in your debt.
Thank you, Zoe.
You deserve much more for all you've done. May the land always bloom in your steps.
And yours? Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they used to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the earth. Like a heart, beating with the life of the world. As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places. Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
I assume you've been looking into Demeter now that Gaia's merged with it?
Yes. It's been humbling to know that the seeds I carry in this pouch came in turn from the seeds saved for Demeter in the old world. It Gives me hope that the cycle of life will prevail now, just as it did before.
How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
How to go with the chorus after we fixed the land gods?
They were shocked when I told them that our lands would soon be on the mend. I thought Fane's eyes would pop out of his head. But of course they had no choice but to take it as good news, even if it meant all their preaching about meekly accepting our doom was exposed as rot. To be honest, I found the conversation to be highly enjoyable.
I'm glad. You deserve it. They're lucky that you never gave up on saving them. I need to get going.
Right. You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
My ass.
Aloy, well met. We've been briefed on our mission, and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini. There is something I've been meaning to discuss with you. It's personal. If you have a moment to spare.
You said there was something you wanted to talk about?
I've been speaking with Gaia. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
Oh.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
Yes. Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with old-world machinery as you are. I could use your assistance.
It might be dangerous. The Zeniths probably still keep an eye on that place. We were lucky to get out of there alive the first time.
I see.
It sounds like this is worth the risk.
By the 10, we shall see it through.
What do you think of this place? It must take some getting used to.
It's an efficient center of operations, and an acceptable training facility. Though it could use some more color.
Duly noted. Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Found anything interesting during your training?
Gaia told me where to find data on how wars were waged in the old world. I knew the 10 fought against machines, much as we do now, but it seems they were among the last of their kind. Later, machines battled other machines on behalf of greedy leaders, as they vied for lands and spoils. At least the Tanakh have the courage to put their lives on the line when conflicts arise.
There is nobility in that. But maybe we just need fewer conflicts in the first place.
Yes, of course. Hikaru would have it so as well.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up. Have you spoken with Erend at all?
I've had little chance to. I did see him bring some ale from out east.
That stuff's as bitter as salve-brush.
You get used to it, eventually. In fact, I wouldn't mind a drink myself.
I'm sure Erend wouldn't mind sharing. What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored. What do Tenakth do to relax? You know, to take a break from training.
We play strike. Your Oseram friend, Erend, is surprisingly good at it, although he has yet to beat me. It helps one think strategically, hones the mind for tactics.
Somehow that still sounds like training. Have you spoken with Alva?
The Quen is peculiar. Nothing like a Tenakth. Her mind is sharp, that much is certain. It's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
이거
Let me take your
200
word for it.
이거 200 啦。
I have to go now.
伊讲啥？
Then
哎，不
do
是
not
咧，
let
伊
me
讲
keep
织
you.
女吗？
织女没
I'll
落
call you
母
when I'm near the Zenith Lab.
伊讲织
We'll
女
get
没
what
落
you need
母
for。that new arm of yours.
Thank you, Aloy.
确实耶。
切西。啊，我可以自闭症的迄个。
Huh. There's Quen stuff in here now. Must be Alva's.
他每次回来基地都有点不一样。
We're fighting immortals from the stars now? Looks like
不好玩呢。
What's next? Wizards from the moon?
I don't think that door had power before, but looks like it's malfunctioning. Looks like some kind of maintenance space. I don't know where this leads. Power cells? Huh. That did it.
Aloy? A bunch of lights just turned on up here? Was that you?
Oh. Huh. Yeah, I guess it was.
我找贝塔都找不到，他在楼下吗？
Oh, looks like I can open that door now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for?
This room was designed for management of the facility's vast seed banks. From here, Control Center operatives would have monitored new crop rotations into the automated farmlands, now known as Plainsong.
I see.
Looks like the old ones used their focuses to send all kinds of messages back in the day.
All over the world, too. Anytime they want it.
你这么机智，但是又不能跟我说 ，OK，OK，、
I need a moment. Hold on.
有那么夸张哦？OK， 你一定要跟我说你，等我玩到，你一定要跟我说你为什么需要一个 moment。Not now。奇怪 ，Elizabeth Sobek 的，不是啦，贝塔在哪里？
他在一个塞，他在一个塞是看起来像一个滑梯，走扶梯，那你就朝着那个梯往下。
哦，那
绿色的那个塞是绿色的，我记得是绿色还是紫色，我也忘了。
这门太多个了，
反正就是看起来像楼梯的一个 sign。
到底是谁？到底是谁？哦。
OK，
算了，不要找他了，找他干嘛？
找一下也好啦。
不是，我刚刚下来这边之后，我去了左边那个门，然后
他在右边呢。
黑大，啊，他通往右边那个他关起来了。
怎么会？
对啊，左边那个门里面有一个机关，我把它弄了，然后结果右边那个门就关起来了，难怪我找不到他。
怎么会？奇怪。
我不要找他了，烦死。
forget it. The man is unbeatable at machine stroke.
His people invented the game. What did you expect?
Kotalo can't win every time. Try to be optimistic.
Try to be realistic. We're terrible.
Welcome back.
Drone's reconnected now.
"我喜欢去拿那个无人机的 module。
你说什么？
我喜欢去拿无人机的 module。
哦。
I like this one. Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that, if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the Zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Beta 有什么问题 ？Beta，
你找到他了
找不到他，我是先去跟盖亚讲话。
哦。
然后那个，难怪他锁起来，原来是因为有剧情。
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
自己说服自己真奇怪。
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. A slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
What's my defect?
Beta. You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having a strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you.
Not good.
But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay.
Oh.
Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
I just think she talks a little.
You would too, if you knew everything there is to know about everything.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Is everything alright? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of river gates and a labyrinth of underground tunnels. The legacy revealed that the old ones used it to control flooding. But we've never gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down. But the data from the greenhouse mentions the research facility where Leviathan was created. It's in San Francisco.
Another Pharaoh facility?
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway, if we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say where, exactly. But one of our diviners has been exploring the ruins. He might know. Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
万事屋 Aloy。
Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me is curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat of a lifetime. The sheer calculations needed for space travel, it's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Have you spoken with Zoe at all?
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. Zoe seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song. And she looked happier because of it. I felt so dull and nervous in comparison.
You should ask Zoe to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything before heading out to the cauldrons.
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Kotalo. You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
What kind of advice?
He, told me to run.
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough. So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than Sio?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. but he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. I should go. Make sure you talk to Gaia if you have any questions about the pulse generators.
May your path lead to truth.
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
讲话太多了，到现在还没有做我本来要做的事情。
我现在也是在这边讲话。
因为卡兹他不是说那个叛军基地？
我还没打。
最后一个打完会拿到一只弓，我想说干，那我要那个。那我出去，但我是困。我发现你飞来这个基地的那个东边那个门比较快，西边那个门比较远。
我觉得没差吧。
有一个就在门旁边，一个你还要飞下来。
I see you, champion. Sit.
跟爬上去。
If you walk by, you'll miss out on a good trade.
I hear that Oseram caravan down south is settling in nicely in our territory, bringing in all kinds of supplies from no man's land. They'd better hope our commander doesn't decide to supply them with a swift death instead.
I'm sure there's more important things on your commander's mind.
If you
I
need a
should check
merchant,
up on Torgif and his crew. See what they're up to. Oh, this snow's coming down heavy.
OK， 我来解这个营地，然后我就要睡觉。我要拿到这个弓。三种属性的箭都可以射的猎人弓，而且是金色的，我还不赶快拿爆！
我都是在大地图上面直接按我的 base，
然后
它都几乎都会飞到西边那个。
那你要
东边还是西边的？
那你要去不就还要爬悬崖才进得去？
不会啊，就是它有一个弹的，用跳的上来就好。
啊，你知道另外一边的是你转身门就在旁边吗？
我知道了，没关系。
Hey, Errand. I'm close to Asera's base. Think you can join me?
On my way.
So, ready to take down some very nasty Oseram?
First, we have to figure out a way in.
直接杀进去就好了。
We'll never get in unnoticed.
这里有什么好的？
Your armor. It's almost the same as theirs.
Yeah? Yeah.
我也要记录。 快
Hey
了，
guys.
不是现在。
Keep up the good work.
Who are you?
I'm the guy who caught the Nora Asera's been looking for, that's who.
Yeah, we don't know you.
Huh.
Well, that went well.
Yo.
We should do it more often.
Come on. We need to find Asera and shut this place down.
It won't be easy to avoid her people in here. But I got my hammer ready.
Just stay low for now and follow my lead.
You got it.
I'll fill up all I can.
Aloy.
I see them.
啊，好了，我现在休息，晚安了。
干嘛呢？刚 check in。
啊，没有，我先把我刚刚的那个影片copy到我的 USB。
什么影片？
就是我要跟你说，我的武器威力比较强。
的影片。
对。
是。
哦，这是啥？我踢到猫。卢卡，你不要在那边无聊了，带管带给我的。
Take that, you lug.
啊，为什么会这样？不对吧？慢点，卢卡。
Let's get into this.
Okay.
Live long, kill your enemies. Aloy, you need this. Give me your best. Like copper against steel.
Let's look around here. You try there. You search there.
Gets a blood bond, doesn't it?
Not really sure who's hunting who here. Cut them!
Pick it up. You need it? This'll help. Oh, they weren't expecting that. You need some help?
No! 自己看到笑出来。好了。你明天早一点起来打，才可以跟我聊天。
Okay.
Hey, watch this. Idiot meets hammer.
You shouldn't have dragged me out here.
Let's take him out.
Enemy there!
We found her!
Okay, better.
It's
The
not
sons of
fear.
Prometheus will
It'll
triumph!
I'll take her out!
Hey, you want me to hit you again? You gonna...
You alright?
Got you!
Ah. I need some help here. That's all right, I got this. Have a load of that. Now this is why I...
You're going down! I want you dead!
Popping up!
There's my target!
Hey, you wishing you picked it?
Get her!
You want a taste of this?
We've got him now!
Hey,
I'll take her down!
here we go.
I've got you now!
Die!
Right through her armor!
You aren't winning this battle, you bum.
Revenge!
What else can you think of? We need... Ah! You don't hurt me that easy. Take him down. And again.
What the?
Ah, man. Take it. You need help, Aloy? Hey, Aloy.
Eyes on! There!
Yeah.
Engaging target!
怎么会有这种事情？
Aloy!
We need to find a Sarah and shut this place down.
It won't be easy to avoid her people in here. But I got my hammer ready.
Just stay low for now and follow my lead.
You got it. Aloy.
I see them.
My blade's always ready for a fight.
That's one hard way for them to learn a lesson.
You look like you have something to say. King for a fight. Hope to see some action soon.
Here we go.
I don't have stamina for that.
It's not beer, but it'll do.
Coming! Got you in my
You mean to do that? Aloy! Come on!
She's good.
That's one less. Gets a blood fun, doesn't it?
Target there!
Oh, they felt that one. Well, I'll just leave it here then. What else can you take out? Boy, did you pick the wrong fight. Can't beat an up.
They're close! Give them another volley! Stay close. I'm with you.
Hey, what's this? Idiot
Stay
meets
right
hammer.
there. Ah! You okay?
Oh, they weren't expecting that.
Keep!
Hey, just here. Bottoms up. Take it like a man. Or a woman. Sorry, Aloy. Aloy, you need this.
Or a woman, sorry. 很可爱啊。It's cute.
for me.
Ha! Fighting time! Take it and take him down! I'm here to fight! Open fire! Coming for you now! Ah, these soft wells are in for it now.
You okay?
How are they still moving?
Mine!
Aloy, you okay?
Found them!
Come on, Nora!
Ha! What else did you take up? Ha! Now we're talking.
Let's split up. We'll cover more ground. Uh-huh.
Here we go. Here we go. Who's next?
I smell cowardice.
want a taste of this?
They'll be back. Steel yourself.
How about just leave it here then? This'll help. Keep them coming. I guess we're not going for stealthy.
Nope. Never. Oh shit.
Hey, watch this. Idiot meets hammer.
So you came back.
Pick it up if you need it. Live long, kill your ass. Start running now. I'm waiting for you.
You're on target!
For the sons of Prometheus!
We can't have lost them!
I need this.
There they are!
I'll pick her down!
Let's get into this. Bottoms up.
Get her! Easy target!
Hammer. Mean to do that? Now finish. Is that the biggest you got? Hey, you want to fight the Vanguard?
It's up to us. Come on! I'm on it. They're right there! You hear that alarm? Blaze up the river!
Here we go.
Got a shot lined up!
Live
Where's
long,
he go?
kill your ass.
Got you covered!
This ends here. Yeah. Where's the last one? I think that's all. I didn't see a soul.
Let's check out the back of this place.
What was that?
It sounded like a tripwire.
Be careful, Aloy. Sarah really likes her booby traps.
And you still like the sound of your own voice, Erin.
Sarah.
I was hoping you'd make it this far, Nora. If my men were as competent as you, I would have wiped out the Karja a long time ago.
Oh, I don't think so. She took out the bridge. We have to find a way through.
Aloy, all right, there's a draft here. It's got to be another path.
Too bad there's no way to get to it.
Yeah, hold that thought.
Refreshing, I guess. Guess I was wrong.
I can be handy once in a while.
You're useful.
Watch your step!
You okay?
I will be when we catch a Sarah. Keep going. Now what are we supposed to do?
I got this.
Should have thought of that.
Come on. Tripwires. These look like machine pens.
Dat is een oké, consort.
You took your sweet time.
We can't let you finish what Dervahl started, Sarah.
This ends here.
Funny. I was about to say the same thing. Get him, boys.
Fight time. Hey, you want to fight the Vanguard? That's it. Keep at it. Hey, shock this thing and see what happens. Oh, that put a dent in you. Let's get the last one. Are you sitting this one out? Okay. Are you okay? You don't leave here alive. Blood fog, doesn't it?
Still in this fight.
Aloy! Are you okay? Good job I stashed some berries, huh?
should have joined the couple.
They weren't expecting that. Now finish.
Regala!
Ammo! I love this happening.
日货就是这一只啊！哇，碎啦！哈哈哈哈哈哈哈哈！
I need a moment here.
You okay?
Red raids, my sister's death, Sarah's little army. That feels like the bloodshed never ends. And the pain it causes. I hope it's really over this time.
Me too. But you did good. I'm serious. We couldn't have stopped this without you.
Well, I'm glad I could help. For once, I guess. Should we head back?
You go on ahead. I'd like to take a look around first. Make sure Sarah didn't leave any more surprises behind.
Okay. I'll see you later, then. By the forge, I could use a drink.
这居然是个银杯，对哦。